He's on the screen. That shouldn't take you more than 7 minutes. Counting now. Go. Order them. Okay, go. 2.5, comma. 5, 6, 6.5. What else? 7, 7.5, 8, 10. Okay. Next, we need measure central tendency, which means we need our mean, median, and mode. And like I said, by now you should be done. So tell your neighbor what you got for the mean, median, and mode, and then Nick is going to pass someone. Pass someone, Nick. Lolly, mean. 6.56. Okay, be nice. Wow. Woo-wee. Hands if you got 6.56. All right, I see a disturbance in the force. Let's double check. Calculators calculate. 10 plus 8 plus 7.75 plus 7 plus 6.5 plus 6 plus 5 plus 2.5. What is that? First the sum. All right, who got the sum? See, give me the sum. Let's go back to Nick. Sum of all these. Can't hear. The sum. $52. 52.5. And if you got 52.5, all right, divided by, looks like it's 8. $6.56. All right, so it looks like it's correct. Lolly, pass on one. Median. Jake, median or Q2. That is correct. 6.75. Label that Q2. 6.75. Everyone, mode. No mode. Okay. So now we need to build our box plot, which means we need Q1 and Q3. Turn to your neighbor, let them know what Q1 and Q3 is. Q1 and Q3. All right, pass the one, Jake. Sean, Q1. Q1, 5.5. That seems to be right. How about Q3? $7.75 looks about right. We get our box plot for those three. Focus. Minimum is 2.5. Maximum is 10. And there you go. Next, we need an equation for number 2. Y equals mx plus b. Y equals blank x blank. Let me zoom in. So according to that graph, we need a y-intercept. So, turn to your neighbor, let them know what that is, and then Sean's going to pass to someone. What is our y-intercept? Pass someone. Lolly. Oh, Riley, my bad. Riley, go. Y-intercept. This is 25,000. Focus. This is 20. Guys, this is 25,000. Up here is 50,000. What would it be here? All right, I'll take that. Positive 45,000. Write that in there. Okay? All right, I'll wait. Seems like we're a little bit distracted. I'll wait, and I'll just take time from the end of class. That's all right. I got this. How about them apples, Nick? You guys playing checkers? I'm playing chess over here. $30 seconds so far. Let me know how much time. All right, Riley, pass them on for the slope. So the slope, we need 2 points. We need this point to this point. So, according to that point, we are about right here. And then it's going up to about right there. And then down here on the X, it's right here, going to about right there. So, first, before Riley passes it, turn to your neighbor. Let them know what is the rise and what is the run. What is the rise, what is the run? All right, Riley, pass someone. Jake. So it's going from 50,000 to what would be the number here? 50,000 all the way up to what? $62,000. Okay, hold up. So look up, people. If we go up from 50,000 to 62,000, how many steps up? 12,000. That's our rise. Now we're going from here to here. How many steps? Pass someone, Jake. From 30 to 37, so that's how many steps? 7 steps. There you go. So my equation is y equals 12,000 over 7x plus 45,000. Now, I would simplify it just to find out for each year how much money it is increased, but I'm going to leave it like that for the sake of time since it took a little bit longer than what we needed. So, with that said, send me your warm-up, please. There's the code. I'll wait for y'all. All right, thank you for sending that in. Copy the agenda on your screen. Warm-up number 23, Michael Jordan's already done. We're finishing up our data sampling methods. And tonight's home play, which you should be able to finish before you leave class today, numbers 1 through 16, all only. You may work with a partner for that. That's fine. So today's going to be a practice day, but before we get there, I want to see how we're doing with the whole thing. Everything we've seen with variables, everything we've seen with data. Let's see how well we remember everything. Look up to the screen. Oh, my bad. Before moving on, copy the code to access the home plate. 8G6MX, 8G6MX, 8G6MX. Once again, if that doesn't go through, tell your neighbor where to go to get the home plate. Yeah, to your textbook. Very good. Or YouTube. Yes. All right, here we go. Last night's home plate, hold on to that. Tonight's home plate. Our objective for today, can identify and master different statistics. Don't write this down, just pay attention. Variables in classification and data sampling. You're like, oh snap, Mr. Q, isn't this everything we've seen? Yes. Therefore, tell your neighbor 3 characteristics of statistics. Tell your neighbor what are 3 things of statistics. All right, type it on your screen, please. 3 characteristics. 3 critical attributes of statistics. Type it in there. Go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bah. Let's see how well we did. Science, studies, data conclusions. All right, not bad, not bad. Let's go to the next one. Look at that Venn diagram. Tell your neighbor a keyword for descriptive and a keyword for inferential. All right, write it on the screen. Keyword for descriptive, keyword for inferential. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Let's see how well you did. Who wrote facts? Who wrote estimations or predictions? Yes. Move on. Next one. Look at this one. Remind your neighbor what is qualitative data and quantitative data. Next, tell them the 2 types of variables for quantitative without looking at your notes. All right, fill out the screen, please. Definitions and the 2 variables. Go. 2, 1. Here it goes. Should have written cannot be counted with numbers, can be counted with numbers, discrete versus continuous. Hands if you got that. All right, not bad, not bad. Let's move on. Think about the 4 classifications. Tell your neighbor what they are without looking at your notes. 4 variable classifications. All right, write them on your screen. 20 seconds. Go. 3, 2, 1. Nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Hands if you got that. Not bad, not bad. Let's move on. Look up, please. Tell your neighbor the difference between population and sample. Difference between population and sample. All right, screen, what is population? What is sample? 1. For this one, let me pick someone from the other side. Let's go with, what were we called on from the other side, guys? Who? Mireya, what's the difference between population and sample? From the corner. Population is everybody and sample is just a little group. That is correct. Next, without looking at your notes, tell your neighbor the 3 types of surveys that they do, most common. All right, type them on your screen, 20 seconds. Type them on your screen, 20 seconds. Go. 1. Let's see how you did. Oh, my bad. let me go back to this one, and Mireya is going to pass to someone. Mireya, pass someone. Telephone, mail, and interview. That is correct. Hands, have you got that? All right. Next, what are the four sampling methods that we went over yesterday? Talking to your neighbor. Write it on your screen. 20 seconds. Go. Four different types of sampling methods. 3, 2, random, systematic, stratified, and cluster. So, before I go on to the next screen, if I was to ask you to get me a stratified sample, tell your neighbor the process of getting a stratified sample. Talking to your neighbor. What would be the process to get the stratified sample? All right, write it on the screen. Number 3 for stratified sample. Write me the process on your screen, please. Hurry up, hurry up. Write it on your screen for stratified only. 20 seconds. So according to Sean, he said separate into groups. Pick one of the groups, and then from that group you randomly select those that you're going to collect data. Hands if you got something like that. That is correct. Let's go. Next. Once again, type it on your screen. What are the most common types of surveys? Don't tell your neighbor. This is all you. Go. 3 most common types of surveys. Write them in there. 20 seconds. Don't tell your neighbor. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who went last? Was it Trin? Pass someone? Questionnaire? Interview? Telephone, yes, there it goes. So, here goes the home plate for tonight. Team up with someone. You should be able to finish within 23 minutes. Those of you following on YouTube, let's get started, please. Get some practice in. See you guys next time. Peace.